Welcome back to Dano Does Things. My name is Dano, and this week I'm going to show you 4 super easy watercolor bookmarks that you can make. First, you'll need to cut out rectangles out of watercolor paper. Mine here are 2 by 6 inches. I'm going to start by using a waterproof ink to write on each bookmark. You can use whatever pen or writing device you'd like, as long as it won't bleed when water is applied. First, we have one more page, the mantra of all book readers. Next up, tea and books. Feel free to write in coffee and books or wine and books. We don't judge here. This one will say, fell asleep here so we can save our progress once we doze off. And the last is a little fern print that simply states read. Feel free to add or else to the back. Alright, now to start with watercolors. The first will be a gradient. Mix up purple using blue and red and color the top half of your bookmark in with the watercolor. Then mix white and red to get some pink for the bottom half. Use lots of water to blend the two in the middle. You can add a little more blue to the top and a little more red to the bottom, again using a fair amount of water to keep everything blending nicely. Set that aside to dry. Once dry, use white paint and then black paint, this time using much more pigment than water. Load up your brush and using your finger like a kid in grade school, give it a nice splatter effect. Add a little extra bit by punching a hole in the top. To this one, I will be adding a short length of faux leather looped through once. Our next bookmark will be a rainbow of color. Following the classic Roy G. Biv pattern, you're going to be painting splotches onto the bookmark. When you move to the next color, you want to slightly overlap with the last one you did so they mix together slightly. You'll want to work fast-ish so that the colors stay wet enough to blend a little. To the end of this one, I'm going to add a few strands of yarn for a more fluffy tail. Next up is our fern print. Mix up a nice color of green and go over your fern using very loose paint outside the line style. Then go in with your splatter technique using some green, yellow, and blue. This one will be finished with a simple ribbon tied through the punch hole. If you want to get a little more fancy, fold each end in half and snip on a diagonal. Finally, we'll use a fun technique for our last bookmark. Grab yourself a teacup. Don't worry, watercolor wipes off, but maybe don't use your favorite, just in case. Mix up some darker brown using brown, black, yellow, and some blue. Use that, again using a fair amount of water, and dab it onto your saucer or a plate. Then place the bottom of your teacup in the paint and use it to create fake teacup marks on your bookmark. And then why not finish it off with some more splatters, this time in the same color of brown. Our last flourish will come from 3 strands of embroidery thread folded in half and looped through the hole. Then a quick little braid to finish it off. You can mix and match the techniques and come up with tons of easy, customizable bookmarks for all of your favorite books. Thanks for watching, happy reading, and we'll see you next week.